Alright, this is the real last one. This is the real last one, boys. Alright, is this position good or bad for Protoss? Pop quiz, guys. Good or bad? It's bad for Jiffy. It is bad for Jiffy. Why is it good? Why is it bad? Just pop out of gateways, pilot out of cliff. Because you wall your natural with an easy wall. You guys fail! You guys all fail, man. Okay, my gateway is really late. This position is bad for Protoss. Why is it bad? Vertical walls are more susceptible to being sniped by 973, so I will lose my forge more often. Okay. Additionally, if you want extra credit, good Zergs can and will boost their minerals on the right side of the map. Okay? There's a 66% chance my opponent spawns on the right side of the map and they have a slight mineral advantage against me. Which means good Zerg players sometimes also, yeah, it's a hatch first. Sometimes they will go 9 pool when they can do that. Now, I messed this up, but I could have blocked this with my first scout, but I didn't. Okay, how many zealots do we make? How many zealots do we make? What am I looking for? What am I scouting for? What am I scouting for? What am I scouting for? What am I looking for? Where's my eyes? Where's my eyes? Six lings, but you know what? That ling was really, really late. That's basically 4 lings. How many zealots did I make? How many lings are they making? Are those lings? Are those lings? They're drones! So therefore I am safe. Oh. It's okay. Okay, that's okay. I mean, that's a pretty good micro. We are gonna make a shield battery. Why are we gonna make a shield battery? Because we don't know what our opponent is doing. Now we know! Now that we know, we can cancel the shield battery. Because he's not sending units to my base, okay? Do I need to make a cannon right away? No, I don't. Why? Because he has lings over there. Right? He's got lings over here, which means I can delay my cannon. Still over there. Now we could technically, could still be going for an attack here. I see drones. Just piss him off. Can we get another one? Alright. It's probably reasonable. It's probably reasonable to go send my zealots out here, but I'm not gonna. Because, okay, if it, first of all, if it were Hydras, we would probably hear about it. Now I got some value. He has speed. I would have heard about it unless he's like being very, very tricky here. We're gonna save up our zealots to go for a 1-1 timing. Okay. So that means we get +1 air and we get +1 ground. And we get Citadel afterwards. Afterwards, and we keep pumping zealots. And so this is going to be a pretty standard opener. And we're going to scout. What are we scouting? We dealt with that. We have about 7 zealots. You know why we have 7 zealots? Because we didn't send those other 7 zealots away, right? What are we scouting? Hydras already. That means I can cancel, cancel, cancel. Why? Because this means he cannot have a spire. Okay? When he cannot have a spire, you can still go air, which is fine. But you know what? I'd rather have a bunch of gateways up his ass. Because I like gateways. And then we will also pressure. Okay, does he have Hydra speed yet? No, it's probably on the way though. But it doesn't matter because I'm gonna have High Templars very, very fast. How many High Templars are we gonna get? How many? How many? Well, that depends. Trick question. No gas yet. He seems to have... How many drones is this? How many drones is this? Oh, he doesn't have that many drones. This guy's missing drones. He's not attacking. Does he have a third gas yet? No third gas. What does that mean? What this means is our opponent here is doing damage to himself. You know when you're like a kid, you're like, why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? So therefore, I am not worried. I am not worried at this moment, okay? But I'll have, he still, does he, okay, there's his drones? I think so. There's some drones. So now he's got 45, right? Oh, he doesn't even have a layer yet. I just realized that. That's a doozy, man. So I don't really care. Now all those drone timings don't really matter anymore. You know why? Because it doesn't matter. He doesn't have lair. He doesn't even have lair tech, right? If he doesn't have lair tech, what am I worried about? I'm worried about a lot of Hydras right now, right? So I don't want to lose Hydra to anything right now. Nothing right now. Okay? Don't get crazy here. Don't get crazy, because Hydras are still good. Okay? Keep scouting. He's droning a little bit. Does he have a third gas yet? Okay. What are we afraid of? Oh, do I even have 8 gates? I think that's 6. 7, sorry. We're afraid of maybe a hidden spire. Is there a hidden spire? There is a hidden spire. But the question is it gonna matter? Is it gonna matter? It's not gonna matter. Why is it not gonna matter? Because his mutas aren't gonna be out there in time, and he's not gonna have lurkers. Because I only made 3 High Templars, and the mobility of my army is very strong. Because I only made 3 High Templars, I can move out at 11 minutes. If I made 4 High Templars, I mean, I could still move out, I guess, because I'm ahead, but it would slow the composition of my army. But therefore, I made 3 High Templars, not 4 High Templars, because I'm rushing to attack before mutas pop out. And behind this, we're taking a base. And we don't even need the High Templars. And whenever you attack, you want to rebuild the High Templars, but you don't even need them. So you want mutas, but they're too late. They're a little too late. So that, I guess I don't know why he decided to just go like some sort of layerless build there. But that's how your decision making goes, okay? Okay, bottom left is bad because 67% chance your opponent has right side and good Zerg players mineral boost. Lots of times, actually, sometimes some Zerg players mineral boost and they go 9 pool because their economy is like really, really good. Okay, bad. When you go gateway expand from this position, you overlord search, but I should have searched a little bit and then left. I went too far. I went too far that way, right? So the question is, with the overlord search, do I scout cross or do I scout adjacent, right? The answer is you scout cross, because if I didn't go that far, that was a mistake. If I just kind of went faster, and then also I think my like gateway time is a little bit bad. If you scout for the overlord and then you go cross search, you can block the hatchery from an overpool Zerg if they go overpool, okay? That's why when you scout this way, you go cross positions to block the overlord, the overpool Zerg. Now, you have to go right away or else you're gonna miss it like I did, right? And that's also why you want to make sure you're on top of all your timings, right? Because if you go pylon, you go gateway, you want to make sure your gateway's on time. You don't like lag or probe or whatever. This is off 9 gateway, so you can get there and you block the overlord, overpulling Zerg. Right, so now we're playing 4 lings, okay? If this were 6 lings, I have to stay home. Okay, I mean, you could send the zealot out, but it's a little bit risky. But it is 6 lings, but the 6th ling is really late. So this might as well be the same thing as 4 lings, which means I'm going to send the zealot out. I'm going to make 2 more zealots behind, and I'm going to make another pylon to compensate. This is a 3 zealot nexus rather than a 2 zealot nexus. So he's sending those zealots immediately, right? So therefore, I'm going to counter at his 3rd base to put pressure. And then we're going to defend at home with this. So ideally, you don't want to let that in, but it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So what you care about here is I don't have vision of what the Zerg is doing, right? Zerg could be going all in. They could be sending Lings right now. And I'm not sure. Because you're not sure, you have to make a shield battery. You can't make a cyber core. But the reason why you put the Zealot over here is because if the Zerg player wants to get rid of your Zealot, then they're going to send Lings there. They cannot both deal with your Zealot and then send it over to your base. They can't do that simultaneously, right? So the second you see a few Lings there, now we know he can't do that. So we cancel, and then you go Cybercore, right? If you went Cybercore, then you're gonna get into a lot of trouble if you are not scouting your opponent, because you're gonna die to a lot of Ling all-ins. Okay. So in this situation, we could have like now let's say right here, like the next Zealot pops out or something, right? It's common to send like a 5 Zealot-ish push out, especially to like a lair Zerg, right? To slow them down, right? We want to slow them down from getting to 30. But here, it's not a bad decision to do that. I think you can do that, right? But it's not about right or wrong, okay? It's about like the risk reward kind of like matrix right now, right? It's like, okay, what can my opponent be doing? I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if there's a lair. I don't know if there's a Hydra Den. I mean, what is this? Oh, okay. I don't know if there's a Hydra Den. I mean, he's just going no lair, no Hydra, which is, you know, not really a build, but that's fine. But think about it, right? If he's going Hydras, do I want to send my Zealots cross spawn? No, right? Why? Because, I mean, they're going to get gunned down, right? You don't want to send Zealots. If you were going to send Zealots against Hydras, you would have done it already. And it's cross spawn, so it takes a lot more time to get there. So you don't want to do that. You want to save your Zealots against Hydras, but we have no idea if he's going Hydra, okay? Especially, like, game theoretically, like, because I have a vertical wall, Zergs more often will go Hydras to bust us down more easily than a horizontal wall, right? So, like, game theoretically, Zergs will more likely go Hydras. So therefore, I will less likely send my Zealots unless I have a good read as to why I'm sending my Zealots, right? Could have sent my Zealots. I'm always keeping an eye on over here. It's kind of suspicious that I don't see drones, right? But I have opted to say that I'm going to go 1-1 timing. So that's why I start my +1 and +1, and I start banking Zealots off of one gateway here, right? The trade-off is if I sense my early Zealots, then I don't get +1. Why? Because then the whole point of getting +1 now is in 2 minutes it's going to finish so that I have a speed Zealot timing. But if I sense my Zealots now, then I don't have a speed Zealot timing. So if I don't have a speed Zealot timing, then why would I get +1? I would go Citadel right away, okay? That's the decision tree, right? But because I'm opting to save the Zealots, we're going to get the +1 and we're going to wait and then move out later, okay? Because I'm not going to stop the Zerg from getting to 30, but I'm going to stop him from getting from 45. Okay, that's my mindset. That's the framework right now, right? Am I stopping you from 30 or am I stopping you from 45? And I said, okay, I'm going to stop you from 45 instead. Because I think, based off everything that's going on right now, that's the best decision to make, or that's what I can gather from the situation. Now, I don't actually know what he's doing. So that's why Protoss kind of has to guess a little bit, okay? But luckily, with the Corsair, we're going to figure it all out. We're gonna see what's going on, right? Boom, we see Hydras, Evo. So this looks like to me a layer Hydra opening, right? Because we see the Evo coming down. If this were a hatchery only and no layer, then we would have probably already seen an Evo. But given that our opponent is rusty or whatever, this is not really a build. So the second we see that, we cancel Corsairs, we cancel +1 air. We tech right to Citadel, we get speed, and we throw down gateways, right? So when we cancel Corsairs, we cancel +1 air, we cancel the third Corsair as well, right? That's already 400 minerals, right? 400 minerals, 200 gas, right? Which means that's, you know, 2.5, or, you know, 2 and whatever, almost 3 gateways, right? So we made a trade-off by canceling those to make gateways. right? Why? Because there's no threat of air. Now, we can go Corsairs, right? If you're Bisu and you want to get air control against like a layerless Zerg, fine, you could do that, and you can play with shuttles. That's a very technical style to play. But if you don't want, if you just want to play straightforward, cancel, 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 gateway, gateway, gateway. This is a crazy gateway timing, right? Now, he doesn't have any lair, so we don't have to worry about any air. We don't have to worry about any lurkers. So we're just going to mass up, right? So usually, you know, everything that I said about the 30, 45, 55, it still applies, but you have to adjust it. You have to adjust it against hatchery Zergs, right? Because they don't actually have a lair. Not having a lair means that they have more money. If they have more money, then we can't quite stop them from getting from 45, right? Like, we kind of just have to concede that because they're going to play defensive. They're going to have Hydras. They don't spend money on their tech. So therefore, we can't really do much, right? Now, at the same time, Speed Zealots are still good to be like around the map, right? So they should still be around to like deny Zerglings and stuff like that, okay? Should be around. And we just see, okay, are they going to try to go all in? And here's the thing. There's a sunken colony. And then, again, for whatever reason, we have I think he made a sunken colony in the main base. Maybe he was like worried about like a drop or something, right? 2 sunken colonies means I already did my damage, okay? I already inflicted damage, right? Because right now he has 35 drones. He could have easily gone to 45, and I couldn't have done anything about it, right? But he already did damage, so there's no... You don't want to lose a single zealot here. Okay, that's my mindset. My mindset is I could survey the map and deny vision, and you know, maybe get some free kills here and there. But you don't want to lose any zealots. You don't even want to try. Don't even try to go in. Now he's making 45 drones, which is fine. Because our opponent's tech is so late, right? We're just going to go for the kill move, okay? So again, like, the second we see units, we walk away. We don't want to fight here. We don't want to trade here. This is not when we're strong. This is when Zerg is strong. They have Hydras. Well, he should have 45 drones, right? But we don't want to trade units when they're strong and when their like macro engine is already going. So we've conceded the 30 drone timing because we didn't want to, you know, mess with that. We've conceded the 45 drone timing, although he doesn't have 45 drones, but a good Zerg would have 45 drones, right? Because he doesn't have a lair, right? So there's nothing we can do anyways, right? So against lairless Zergs, you can't stop them from getting there. So don't waste your units. Don't throw them away, okay? Now, you could still send out your zealots to pretend like you're attacking, but don't actually attack. So therefore, because we know we're ahead, right? Their tech is late, their sunken is late. We want to attack right away, right? So like, this is what I said in the lecture earlier, where when you play PvZ, it's a lot like playing a fighting game, okay? You have to select your hero, okay? The hero is, do you want a big, slow, bulky army? Do you want a fast, agile, and less strong army, or do you just want like a normal all-arounder, right? This is the game where we want a fast and agile army, or, I mean, honestly, anything works, right? Like, anything here works, because this hatchery opener doesn't really make that much sense, right? But I read that I was in a very advantageous position, given my early zealot did a lot of damage. He didn't do that much with his lings in my main. He made a sunken colony, his gas is late, his tech is late. So we can just go ahead and kill him, right? When you're going for the kill, you make 3 High Templars, because every High Templar that you make beyond 3 is 150 gas. 150 gas is 3 goons. So if you want to wait for 3 extra goons, then that's going to take a few more seconds, right? So you want mobility with this army, so therefore you want to make 3 High Templars and not 4. Now, is it wrong to make 4? No, it's not. But, you know, these are the little adjustments that you make, right? When would you make 6 High Templars? You would never make 6 High Templars in this situation. It's just really stupid. I mean, you can, But I think it's really bad because you lose tempo, right? From the Zerg player's point of view, they're like, oh my god, they have a lot of units out. You want this pressure, because if they see this, they can't make more drones. They're freaking out right now, right? As opposed to if I were sitting in my base like, I have 6 High Templars and like my first goons are like coming out. Zerg player isn't worried, so they're gonna drone and they're gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you give them more time, right? Because you're ahead, you want to cut that time. You want to go and go and go and go, right? So look how fast my timing is, right? My timing is frighteningly fast. When you're at 11 minutes, the Zerg player is seeing a full Protoss ball come out already. It's really, really scary, right? And this is really important to realize because every few seconds matter. Every few seconds matter. If you, like, you know, I mean, he's fighting me, it's wrong. I don't even use my High Templars. I don't even need it because I'm so ahead. But either way, that's why we want to, like, time is of the essence. Time is of the essence, and then you just win. So that's kind of like the general decision making. And like, if you find yourself not being able to get ahead and you're behind, then you want to select the hero that's like bigger and bulkier, with more High Templars, with more goons. You don't attack as much, and then you just kind of expand, you trade, right? Very, very different composition, very, very different game plan from going, you know, quick, fast push and kill, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I can't emphasize how important that is in PvZ, right? You can't just make the same number of High Templars and the same unit composition every single game, because it's like, you know, when you start playing good Zergs, if you overmake High Templars too much, what's Zerg gonna do? Zerg is just gonna, they're gonna contain you, right? Because you don't have goons. You don't have anything to deal with lurkers, right? And you're just expending units on things that like don't actually attack, right? And no Protoss wants to get contained. Therefore, if you have mobility and you have map control and you have fast goons popping out, then you completely deny the opportunity for Zergs to contain you. Okay, that's why like lots of High Templars is bad. In general, it's bad. You'll see it, but that's when Protoss, you know, that's when Protoss has to do that. But ideally, like once you start getting to like Korean amateur level and stuff, you don't want to be making lots of High Templars just out of the blue. It's just not good practice. So, all right, guys, hope that was helpful. I am gonna go eat. Left some more rants later. I'm gonna quiz y'all. If you guys don't get it next time, I'm gonna get really, really mad, man. So, all right, peace out. Host B-Rack.